Whenever we hear the word talented, we picture someone effortlessly winning, succeeding without struggle, and rising to the top in no time. But what if I told you that the greatest enemy of talent is talent itself? There's a critical mistake many talented people make, one that quietly holds them back, while others, seemingly less gifted, move ahead. In this video, we'll explore what that mistake is, why it happens, and how talented individuals can avoid falling into the trap before it's too late. Let's start with a bold truth. Talent is not enough. How many times have you heard someone say, "I'm smart, I just don't like school," or "I could do that easily if I really tried"? These are often the words of talented people who never learned how to turn potential into actual achievement. The biggest mistake talented individuals make is this: they treat talent like a golden ticket to success. In school, they might ace tests without studying. At work, they might outperform others with less effort. And that leads to a dangerous belief: I don't need to work as hard as everyone else. That's where the downfall begins. Talent is like a seed, but without care, without consistent effort, without growth, it dies. While the naturally gifted lean on their talent, others who may not have the same gift are quietly building discipline, skills, and resilience. And in the end, who wins? Not always the most talented, but the one who works to improve every single day. Here's the irony. Many of the greatest achievers weren't the most talented when they started. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. Thomas Edison's teachers called him slow. Albert Einstein didn't speak until he was 4, but they all had something in common. They didn't rely on talent alone. They worked every single day to get better. So the real question isn't, are you talented? It's, what are you doing with that talent? Do you even deserve it? Take a moment to reflect. Are you using your talent as a cushion to relax, or as fuel to become exceptional? Because in today's world, raw talent without effort is just an unfinished beginning. Imagine growing up being told you're the smart one, the creative mind, or the gifted kid. It feels good until it becomes a trap. Many talented people live under a quiet pressure, the fear of proving others wrong. They're terrified of failing in public, of making mistakes, of revealing that maybe they're not as brilliant as everyone thinks. So what do? They avoid challenges. They avoid difficult projects. Sometimes they avoid trying altogether. And just like that, talent becomes a soft prison. When you're afraid to risk failure, you stay in your comfort zone. You don't grow. You don't learn. You never build the resilience that comes from real-world struggles, the kind that shapes true greatness. This mindset creates what psychologists call a fixed mindset, the belief that talent and intelligence are static, and you either have them or you don't. Every challenge becomes a test of your identity, not a chance to improve. But those with a growth mindset see failure as feedback and effort as the path to mastery. And here's the twist: the people who take more risks, often the ones who weren't labeled gifted, learn more, fail more, and grow faster. The talented one who's too afraid to slip up, they stand still, or worse, fall behind. People aren't inspired by perfection. They're inspired by those who fall, get up, and grow. Talent alone doesn't make you great. Courage does. The courage to fail, the courage to try, the courage to risk your image to discover your true potential. So if you consider yourself talented, ask yourself, are you brave enough to let go of your image to become who you're truly meant to be? Many talented people, without even realizing it, choose to stay in their comfort zone. They pick paths where they know they'll shine. They like being the smartest in the room, but they never stop to ask, is this room big enough? Is this really the best I can do? Talent surrounded by comfort becomes a bubble. It looks polished on the outside, but it's fragile within. And the moment it meets real resistance, a tough project, a competitive environment, it bursts. because the talented individual never built the muscles to handle true pressure. One common mistake is confusing false confidence with real growth. Some believe that always feeling on top means they're doing well, when in reality they're just avoiding anything that might challenge them. Real challenges are mirrors. They show you who you really are and who you could become. The environments that make you feel small, they're the ones where you grow the fastest. Every time you step into a space where you don't have all the answers, that's a chance to expand your skills, your thinking, and your strength. Look at those who've made serious leaps in life. You'll notice they didn't avoid competition. They actively sought out rooms filled with people who were better, smarter, more experienced. Because growth doesn't happen at the top, it happens on the way up. Ask yourself now, do you avoid certain fields or roles because you're afraid you won't be the best? Are you keeping your talent in a small, safe bubble just to protect your confidence? If so, remember this: comfort never creates greatness, and talent that is never tested remains just potential on paper.